Body. Welcome, welcome, welcome,
Hello, hello,
everyone.
hello. Welcome, everybody. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the live podcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forston, and I'm going to let Shay introduce herself real quick, and then I'll actually jump back into it. So, Shay, go ahead and tell the folks who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Good evening, one and all. I am Shanye Shea Forston, and I am the co founder here at Forston Consultants and VA 101. And tonight's conversation, we are going to dive in deep on, are virtual assistants worth it at a starting rate of $4 an hour? We're going to dive in, we're going to discuss this at length. Bring your questions on over from all streaming platforms. Welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube, welcome X to our stream here. And we are Forston Consultants. We are known on Clubhouse and other streaming services as Club Don't Wait to Be Great, which typically stands for don't wait for that opportunity to dive in and do something amazing that will transform your family, your legacy, your lineage. So I'm excited about tonight's room. Again, I am Shanye Shea Forston, the co-founder at Forston Consultants and VA 101, where we do all things business coaching, and we are known for the ILF model. And that is the independent living facility model, where we take people from homeless to hopeful, and we teach you how to do that as well. So I just said a lot, I know, but come on in, join us, join the conversation. Go ahead and put where you're from and how you've heard us in the chat, and we'll be answering questions as we go throughout tonight's room. This is a 90-minute space where we share our overall experience with virtual assistants, with the ILF model, and a whole plethora of business consulting that we do here at Forston Consultants and VA 101. And we literally answer your questions, and again, take that journey with you and show you a little bit more about how we utilize virtual assistants in every space that we operate in. So I'm excited about it. Derek, I'm going to throw it on over to you to introduce yourself to the amazing people here on the platform.
Absolutely. So, welcome, everybody. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. As I always said, you guys have a lot of choices of where you could be, but you chose to be here. So, we super appreciate that. Tonight's topic is, are virtual assistants really worth it at $4 an hour? And I'm just going to say yes right now, right? That is an absolute no brainer to get some help inside of your business for only $4 an hour, especially for some of the things that we're really not good at. So, that's what the VAs really are good at, is doing things that we're not good at, or either don't simply just have time to do it. So tonight, and usually every Tuesday, we have one of our virtual assistants literally with us. So tonight, you guys are also going to meet Alex. That's who's on stage with us. Alex is from Nigeria. And we'll actually let him introduce himself to you all as well. But I also want to put this out right up front, right? Our usual price for our virtual assistants and our services is $697. But until January 1st, they're actually on sale for $197 to get the VA with the course and the curriculum, right? And also the opportunity to be a part of that community that we've built. So again, for only $197, you can interject some help inside of your team, again, at only $4 an hour. So I'm Derek Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Forston Consultants, where my family and I, we go all over the world teaching people how to start their own housing program for the displaced or the homeless. But I'm also the co-founder with my wife of VA 101, and that's where we vet, train, and endorse virtual assistants to business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, pastors, bishops, consultants, chefs, anything that you can think of. There's not an industry pretty much that you can think of that you can't put a virtual assistant inside of. Shay and I have been blessed to own 8 different businesses, right? And every one of these businesses that we own, guys, is really headed by the virtual assistants. Absolutely. In fact, 6 to 7 of these businesses that we have are solely ran by the VAs, meaning they're things that I can't do, right? And we'll get into a lot of that tonight, of all the ideas that we get and how do we turn the idea into reality, literally using a virtual assistant. So as Shay said, go ahead and put in the chat where you guys are from, city and state, because we want to address you in terms of where you guys live at. Then right now, I'll take this opportunity for Alex to introduce himself. So Alex, go ahead, big bro. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Derek. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Chuku from Nigeria. I'm a virtual assistant to Forston Consultants. I'm also the lead generation specialist for Forston Consultants and VA 101. We do website creation and lead generation for businesses. So we are the ones at the back end. We do all of these things in order to help and enhance businesses to reach their goals and their to reach out to more opportunities. So that's what we do. I'm also the live session assistant to Mr. Derek and Michelle. So feel free to put any questions or whatever you need help with in the chat. I'll be here to assist you. Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate that, guys. And that's a great example of, again, that virtual assistant that's able to handle and do things. And what's interesting is that, and I'll just say this right now, Alex plays a role with us that he does not have to be on the phone. But as you guys can hear, he speaks very well, right? So Alex probably is going to be on the phone starting in 2024 with some of the newer things that we're doing. Because as you heard him say, he's a part of our lead generation, right? So that means, how do we get more business in? And Alex is one of the head people at our digital marketing company, which Shea also talk about tonight. So again, I can't do any of the stuff that we really want done inside of our digital marketing company, but Alex can. And that's what we mean by leveraging the $4 an hour. And again, the question still remains, are virtual assistants really worth it at $4 an hour? So Miss Shea, I'll give it back over to you and we'll jump right into tonight's topic. And also, guys, don't forget, any questions that you may have, right, in terms of getting started, the process to getting the VA, what they can do, that's what we want you guys to bring tonight. And then Shay may bless 2 or 3 of you all to present a business plan to her and allow her to break it down, and also kind of put on her coaching hat, her business coaching hat, and kind of combine the business coaching with the VA. So Shay, I'll hand it back over to you.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, Derek, the topic of the room, are virtual assistants really worth it at $4 an hour? Now, I say starting at $4 an hour, okay? Because it depends on what your entity is about. What are your needs for your virtual assistant? What are some of the tasks? I'm going to personally share my experience with having a virtual assistant that is totally engulfed and involved in the Angela Denise Foundation, which is a local Florida-based 501c3 nonprofit organization. And what my virtual assistant does for me in this space, I have an amazing virtual assistant who is out there doing the day-to-day, communicating with some of our biggest contributors and donors for the Angela Denise Foundation, as well as communicating with my housing affiliates, as well as some of the case managers and social workers that I work with through the Angela Denise Foundation. That way I can be who I need to be to those that I consult, right? As well as being the boots on the ground to my ILF residents and supplying and supporting them through their process. So what my virtual assistant does is phone calls, communicating with my residents, communicating with my case managers and social workers, cultivating and nurturing new relationships in the community with case managers, social workers, donors, community funds, and other community outreach organizations to let them know who we are and how we can best support them. Not only that, my virtual assistant has such an amazing skill set with a Juris Doctorate degree that she is very, very well versed in research, and she's been out there sourcing grants for my nonprofit organization. So she's looking for funding partners to help us expand what we're doing at the Angela Denise Foundation, right? So with that said, my virtual assistant brings in so much value starting at that $4 an hour. I'm not saying that that's where she's paid currently, but when I can bring someone in that can take all of those things that I just told you, all of those tasks that I just told you about, and be able to do that for me and allow me to continue to grow and develop the Angela Denise Foundation and do other things for my organization by not having to do all of the administrative tasks, it gives me an opportunity to be more out in the forefront and dealing with people that she's already set up those pre-meetings with, right? I can go now. She's doing the introduction, and then I'm going in and really providing more value as the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation. So that's one of the key things that a virtual assistant has done for me in my space, one of my virtual assistants, and how it has benefited my organization and how it's allowed us to scale and grow, make new relationships in the community, and partner with other organizations that have the same mission and drive to do what we're doing and to reach a population that we reach. So, with that said, Derek, that is one of the key token coin phrases that I like to tell people. If you can alleviate some of the tasks that one take you a lot of time, take you away from being able to think of other opportunities to bring in an income or bring in finances to your organization or your business, then it's definitely time to look for someone to outsource those administrative tasks or those what we like to call mundane tasks that can do it more effectively and more efficiently and keep you in that CEO mentality and mode. And that's what we do. At VA 101, we're able to provide people with top grade virtual assistants that help them literally scale and grow and take the heavy lifting and be able to kind of reposition the CEO into the CEO role instead of being the end all be all to their organization or corporation. Derek, what are you utilizing some of your virtual assistants for? And let's talk about it. Has that price point, that starting price point, been worth it to you utilizing virtual assistants from VA 101?
Absolutely. I always said, Shay, you already know me, right? I'm gonna call it a no-brainer, right? To be able to interject somebody inside of your business that can help you with all the things that you don't know how to do. Again, guys, that's a no-brainer, right? And most of us, God has put a lot of dreams on your heart, a lot of ebooks, a lot of content, a lot of curriculum, a lot of courses that none of us really have time to do. But I often tell us, right, who are we to say we don't have time to do it when God has already put it on your heart, right? So in fact, put a number 2 in the chat if you know that you're supposed to write a book either last year, this year, or the year coming up. God has put on your heart that you're supposed to write a book about something, either a trial or a tribulation that you've been through, something that you got knowledge of, or just something that the world needs to know. Put a number 2 in the chat if you're somebody, because I'm going to do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a 2 in the chat because there's more books that I'm supposed to write.
And I am too.
But watch this. I used to kind of write my own books, but I don't now. Now, the thoughts are going to come from me. The outline is probably going to come from me. My feelings, my emotions, all of that comes from me. But putting it together and the structure and the making sure it sounds readable, right? And there's no grammatical errors and the commas are in the right places, the periods are in the right places, the exclamation marks are in the right places. Guys, I got a team of VAs that do that, right? So neither am I really good at that, but neither do I have time. I got a lot of things to do, guys. I'm busy. And just like most of you all, you guys have jobs. Most of you all have children or a spouse, right? So you're needed in more than one different space. How many times have you thought to yourself, man, what if I could cut myself in half and have 2 of me or 3 of me?
Yeah.
That's the example of these virtual assistants, y'all. Like all of these business ideas that I get, and half of them I can't even put together myself. That's what these virtual assistants will help you do. And again, for only $197 to get the VA, and then only $4 an hour, that's the cheat code to all of this, right? So we got a phone number that's screaming across the top that if you want a virtual assistant or more information, Alex also put in the chat. Alex, if you can do it again real quick, there's a 7-minute video that we give to everybody. And then after that 7-minute video, we literally allow you to set up a free strategy call to ask any questions that you may have about this service. But tonight, this is also our job to tell you guys here so that you don't have to text and wait on it. If you guys got questions tonight, because even in my opinion, at the normal price that we usually do it at the $697, that's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
But at the $197, it's almost crazy that if you didn't get it. So what a lot of people have been doing during the sale is they've been getting multiple VAs, and then we allow people to defer that VA or use that VA at a later time up to 6 months. So I had a lady literally last week get 3 virtual assistants because, again, at the price of her getting 3 VAs at this price point is cheaper than her getting 1 when January 1st comes. So to me, that was also very smart of her because she's going to use our deferment plan. And then she's also got a sister that needs one, and she's going to give one to her sister as a birthday gift. So that's another thing that you guys can do to people. You can help a business owner. You can bless a CEO or entrepreneur and gift them with something like this? How many of you all know, raise your hand, right? If you know somebody that runs a business but could use some extra help, put the word help in the chat, right? Type the word help if you know somebody that could use some extra help, right? And if they knew that it was only at $4 an hour, that would be the cheat code, right? So I'm gonna give it back to Shay just real quick, but we're going to also talk about a lot of things because, like Shay said, well, how are you using these VAs? Again, for me, I run multiple ILFs. Yeah. So I don't answer the phone to my ILFs, meaning my independent living facility housing program. I don't send out the emails. I don't do the cold calling. I don't do the social media. My team does all of that. And again, guys, God has just blessed it. Well, I'm very busy today. I don't have time to do a lot of the things that I want to do. But that's why we leverage somebody that can make as low as $4 an hour. And watch this, though, because I always say that, but I want people to understand it. And I'll let Alex talk about it too, right? Not just me. But where our VAs live at, you all, $4 an hour is a great wage. Now, where you live at, all of you guys are blessed today that we don't work for $4 an hour right here in the U.S. But in the Philippines and Nigeria and other places, the normal range could be $1 an hour. That normal minimum wage could be $1.20 an hour, 7 days a week. So when we offer $4 an hour, 5 days a week, holidays paid, Alex has been off for a couple of days, y'all. He was off Christmas. He's going to be off New Year's Eve, and we paid them for that. This is unheard of where they live at, and I'll let him tell you. So when one time, and the only reason why I really kind of hone in on that, one time we actually had a lady come in our room, and she was offended. She was like, Derek, how dare you only pay them $4 an hour, and how dare you talk about it? She didn't understand that where they live at until Jess came on stage and explained it. The last few jobs that some of my VAs had were like 85 cents an hour, 89 cents an hour, $1.25 an hour. Nobody actually kind of went over that 250 range. So again, we are a no-brainer when we offer a job at $4 an hour, guys. That's a great living in terms of where they live at. And then for us in the U.S., that's a great wage to be able to afford to pay them every week without fail.
And Derek, just to stay there for a second, and it's not even prime example. This isn't a pay rate that they stay at, right? We're all about growth and scaling, right? A lot of times we do business with a lot of entrepreneurs that if they try to hire someone locally to them, it will sink their ship. Like literally, it will sink their business because now they're not bringing in any income that can sustain the business because it's all going out in wages, right? That also includes all of the taxes, the unemployment and employment taxes that you now have to pay for having this remote worker that is US based. A lot of people get hit very hard with that, especially in the realm that we're in with our economy doing what it's doing, right? So why not be a help to someone else that, again, has a significant skill set that we do not have or that we have, but we're not as efficient.
Not as efficient at it. Like I'm not very techie.
Right.
So
right. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. And like we say, starting at $4 an hour, you hear us say $4 an hour and people think, oh my God, you're ripping people off. You know, that's not the end all be all. Our virtual assistants, you know, when that time is right, we definitely provide bonuses, raises, increases. All of that happens at VA 101, Forston Consultants, every last one of our organizations.
And we also teach you guys how to do that. Like when you get your own VA, when should you give a raise? How does that work? And Shay, if you want to talk about that, that's fine as well, because I'm sure people got questions about it.
Well, we'll dive into that in a little bit. But what I wanted to hone in on was something that you said earlier when you first started speaking, was the task that helping you build. Virtual assistants help us build our businesses, right?
Yep.
And I want to talk to a fact of something that Alex, and I'm gonna have Alex also kind of we're going to go back and forth on this, Alex. Alex is a part of Digital Flow Solutions, right? Alex holds a skill set that.
What is Digital Flow Solutions, Shay, for the people that may not know?
So Digital Flow Solutions is a sister company to Forston Consultants and VA 101. It is our all things digital operations, right? Yeah, it's our marketing company and everything digital. We're going to show you how to not only market, but be able to provide you with phone technology for your business, SMS opportunities where you can utilize your CRM to text, phone call, your CRM system, funnels, automations, workflows, all sorts of different things, campaigns, and all sorts of integrations with other platforms that you're currently using. We can help you navigate and bring them all to one place. And then on top of that, we can provide you that access to the marketing portion of Digital Flow Solutions, which is going to help you to see what's happening in your marketing strategies, right? Digital Flow Solutions is going to allow you to look at a glance in your dashboard where your clients are sitting, whether they're hot leads, warm leads, just introductory communications to your business, and how you can move them through your pipeline to get to the sale. And this is a true marketing. When I say marketing, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. It is a true platform that not only helps you to maintain your customer base, but it also helps you to look at and monitor how your marketing processes are working, and are you getting people to cross the finish line. So that's a big part of Digital Flow Solutions. Alex, I hope I did it some justice just then.
Let's hear
Yes,
from
you sure
Alex though.
did.
Alex, if somebody was to ask you what all does Digital Flow Solutions do, and maybe what's your role in it, explain it to him, Alex.
Okay. So Digital Flow Solutions, just like Michelle said, is our sister company. And what we do is like bringing your business and everything about your business into one system. So when that happens, you get to interact with all your customers across different social media, all in one system. You get to be able to schedule posts, do things ahead of time. You get to be able to interact with your customers easily, like without having to jump from one app to another. You also get to put these customers in a workflow, which will take them in stages. You can actually build out a workflow. Okay, you get a new lead, they get certain messages, and this is what they get next week. This is what they get when you're not there. For instance, you could, like the missed call text back feature, someone could call you and you're busy, and it just automatically sends them, hi, I missed your call, how can we help you? So a whole lot of automations comes into play, and that is what we do. That is what we do on the back end. We design the snapshots, we design the workflows, everything just to make your business easier. And also our website has different features that you won't just get on the regular website. Things like the chat widget, things like the integrated form builder, so you could easily generate leads using this website. So it's just a whole lot of things. So that is what Digital Flow Solutions. It's a next step to your business, and the good thing is that it is available to all levels of businesses. Let's say even if you are like a really big agency, or you are just starting out today, Digital Flow Solution has been made to accommodate all sizes of businesses. So this is basically what we do, and yeah, that's it.
I love
Good
it.
stuff.
I love it.
And I'm gonna give a great example of everything that he just named, guys. I have no clue how to do. And this is the power in VAs. I wanted a digital marketing company to be able to help entrepreneurs, CEOs, churches, organizations, small businesses, and big businesses. But how dumb does that sound for somebody like me that's not techie to want a digital marketing company? That sounds pretty dumb, right? But it doesn't if you have an Alex, if you have a virtual assistant that understands how to do it. And that's the cheat code, you guys. So I'm going to talk about several businesses tonight that Shay and I have, like our credit repair company. Guys, I don't repair credit, and neither do I know how. But we got a team of virtual assistants that does that. I don't write grants. I don't know how. But Shay has a virtual assistant who's a Juris Doctorate who writes our grants.
Oh.
I don't write newsletters or blogs for companies, but we got VAs that do that for us. So again, combining AI tools with these virtual assistants is like the cheat code for business. And again, put a thumbs up if you liked Alex's presentation of how he broke that down. Because again, I couldn't have done any of that. So put a thumbs up in the chat if you like the way that Alex, again, not trying to be funny, but at $4 an hour, he's running that business, y'all. Now, Shay understands it. She gets it. She's techie. I don't. So I solely depend on Alex and Danish because I'm going to show you guys later my whole staff. Some of y'all have seen it, but Shay and I will share with you all our staff. I keep saying my staff, but it's Shay's and our staff so that you guys can see our team and what they look like. And Alex, again, is a part of more than just one business, but he's real high up there at Digital Flow Solutions. I'm going to give another example of something. I'm going to give it back over to Shay. Yeah. Earlier, I told you guys, well, Shay mentioned that they don't stay at $4 an hour, right? If you stay at $4 an hour, you got to be a mediocre, regular VA. Jess, who's been with us today for 1 year, guess what she got today? Now, throughout the year, bonuses and all of that stuff, but literally, she got a raise today. Now, it ain't none of y'all business of how much she got, but she got a raise today. She's been with us over a year now. Tomorrow will be a year and a day. And her birthday is on December 30th. So Jess literally got hired with us a couple of days before her birthday. So she's super excited. She had her 1 year evaluation today. So all of that goes into it, guys. So when you hire your own virtual assistant, it's no different from when your job hired you. When you came on, you went through training. When you came on, they taught you things, and then eventually they let you go. Eventually, if you were worth your weight in gold, they gave you a raise eventually, right? So there's no difference in that with us. So really quick, I'm explaining again some of the things that we're able to do with these VAs. I told you guys a couple of days ago that my flyer game is pretty sick, right? So every business that we have, we make some kind of flyer for it. So here's a flyer for VA 101. And as you guys know by now, I didn't make this. So I'm the guy that'll go to Walmart. And in fact, I'm going tomorrow. Walmart, probably morning shift. I'm going to go drop off probably 85 of these. Windshields at Walmart parking lot will get these tomorrow, right? And I'll probably do 2 of them because it's really close to a Publix too. But this, notice it has a QR code on it, phone number, email address, and all of the information about these VAs. My VAs create this. They send it to the printing company. The printing company mails it to me. I'm never involved in that. The design is on the VAs. The way they build it is on the VAs. Now, they're going to ask me whether I like it or not. Did they do a good job at it? But the gist of it, in terms of creating it, getting it done, and getting it shipped to my house, guys, I don't have time to do that. Neither do I know how. Some of you guys can go jump on Canva and create this flyer in 2 seconds. That's not me. I'm not very techy, so I need an Alex. I need a Jess. I need an April. I need a Tara. I need a Mary. I need a Danish. So all of these people that I'm naming are a part of our team. Here's another flyer. I'm going to pass about 200 of these tomorrow, right? Same thing, Publix parking lot, Kroger's parking lot. This is Second Chance Housing flyer. Phone number, my logo, email address. This one did not have a QR code, but the new ones do. A picture of that private room at the top. So I dropped these off the case managers, social workers, and social service providers. But guys, I don't make this. This is that 4x6 postcard. All of y'all need this. I don't care if you guys bake chicken, you fry chicken, you bake cookies, or you're a consultant, or you trying to house people. You need flyers. Because if I go get a 4-bed, 2-bath home, I only need 8 people to fill that house up. I just told you I'm going to go give out 800 of these tomorrow in one location. So this is a numbers game now. So if I hand out 800 of these, you think I can find 8 people that need a place to live, that get guaranteed income? Again, last flyer, but Forston Consultants in terms of what we do. I'm going to pass about 200 of these tomorrow because somebody in this city want to know how to do this. How can I house the homeless? How can I house the displaced? Again, QR code, phone number, email address, and all of the information that if somebody want to house the homeless or the displaced, my VA makes these things. And we freshen these up about every 4 to 5 months. Because once I run out, you got to go back out and do that again, right?
You got another one there.
Here's one more. Here's a single that if this gets really focused, y'all should scan that one. Shay is also an artist. She sings. So my wife Shay is a songbird. This is her latest single, Sent from Heaven, with the remix on it. We made these and gonna pass these out at the mall, at the grocery store. We're gonna drop them on the gas station floor. Everywhere we go, guys, and this is how we get the word out. But forget about the flyers. I simply show that to show you that the VAs make that stuff and it makes our job easier. Shay, back on you.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly
I'm
it.
starting to sweat.
I'm telling you, I thought it was just me. I was like, man,
Mom
it's
took
getting
my
a little
fan.
warm.
Hey, for everybody that don't know it, Mom Forston is actually at our house. Mom Forston's back in town, so give a big shout out to Mom Forston if you love her. Put a number 7 in the chat if you love Mom Forston. But I have a fan that's in my office that I keep specifically for these lives because I start sweating. Mom Forston took my fan last night, y'all, and is in her room. So I may have to slide and go get my fan. Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah, again, Derek, you knocked it on the head on some of the things that we utilize virtual assistants for, and those are tasks that we can sometimes forget to do. A lot of
Yeah.
times we have things that are recurring tasks, and when you get so busy and caught up in the day to day and the things that you're doing on when you're out in Sorry about that, y'all. Derek was out here getting stuff done for me and he muted us. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So I was saying briefly, with that being said, the having your virtual assistant be the person that goes out and runs your day-to-day is very beneficial, because there are sometimes you'll have tasks that are that will kind of coincide with your regular day-to-day things that you're doing as your scheduled items. Like, prime example, I may have 5 scheduled meetings in a day, and instead of my regular task that's done once every 4 months, which is create new flyers, get them printed, get them set up, get them sent out, that may not happen because I'm tied up in another program or another project. So, with that being said, having someone that can do that for me is beneficial, and it makes sure that we're getting things completed and done in a timely manner. So, I hope that helps. Derek?
Good stuff. Good stuff. I had typed a message earlier, but I never sent it. But while Alex was speaking, I was typing. Hopefully, you guys can see and hear why we all need a virtual assistant, right? In terms of how well he spoke and how well he understands the business that I have no clue about. So when I get questions a lot, they say, well, Derek, can I start a business that I kind of don't understand, but the VA does? Absolutely. Alex just proved that point, guys. I wanted and desired a digital marketing company, but have no clue how to do that. So again, Alex has the knowledge and understanding how to do it. So that's why when you guys hear us talk about leveraging a skill set, that's what I'm doing. I'm leveraging Alex's skill set to make my dream come true, right? I just realized my camera's still off, but I got that as a note, right? These VAs will help you make your dream come true. The thing that's on your heart and the thing that you want to get done, but you're really not good at, that's what's the VA gonna help with. The thing that you want to do, but you're at your 9 to 5 job every day, that's where the VA is going to help at. So a lot of us have children that are also involved in extracurricular activities outside of school. So all of that counts, guys, when I'm saying that you run out of time. A lot of y'all got dreams on your heart, but you're busy. You got a wife or you got a husband, you got children, you involved at your church, you involved in your community, you help your loved ones, you got a sick sister that you help care for. So where does your dreams go? Down the drain if you don't have a virtual assistant that can actually make them come through. Okay, back on you, Shay. I saw you signaling me, so I didn't sure what you were saying.
No, you're good. You're good. So for the most part, like I said, virtual assistants at that rate can again help you expand on your business, help you expand on making new connections, fostering new relationships. They can help you reach goals faster and more efficiently. They can help you project for future goals, and you can still again obtain those and reach those a lot faster and more efficiently. So I love that about having a team of virtual assistants in our businesses, because again, with Digital Flow Solutions, prime example, Digital Flow Solutions would have been a mere thought or not even operational until like right now. It would still be in the creation process, had I not had my virtual assistants to be able to help me take it to the next level. There's a learning curve. There's, integrations, automations, creating of workflows, creating of processes, creating, the whole back end of the platform that takes time. And had it just been soloed by me trying to figure it out on my own and not have
slower.
the necessary people around me to bounce ideas off of, to help kind of navigate the space, navigate the process, it would have taken a lot longer of a time period. Don't get me wrong, we projected initially when we started Digital Flow Solutions, Derek and I projected 90 days to have the basic operational aspect of it up, running, and doing well. It took about 5 months, 4.5, 5 months to get to that place. And it's because I then brought in a team that helped me to see things from a different perspective. So, like Danish, Alex, they were able to say, hey, I think this will work better. Or, hey, I think this will look better. Hey, Miss Shay, if we're going to do this and we're moving to a new platform, instead of rewriting our website, let's redo it completely. Instead of moving it or transferring it over, let's reconfigure it. Let's add the things that we didn't have but we wished we had. And because we've got the skill set and because we've got those individuals to help us create that process and get it done, let's take that time and now to do it. So again, our virtual assistants had a say so in the process. They had a hand in the process, and they helped us to rewrite the automations and the workflows of what our original standing product and service already provided our customers. And that was all based on the virtual assistant being able to implement or input or insert, some of their job tasks that we can now automate to give them space and room to grow into a more executive leveled position within our business, because they were now able to say, hey, Miss Shay, we can now reconfigure this process that takes me 2 hours a day to an automation, and I can now focus on marketing. I can now focus on lead generation. I can now focus on follow-up phone calls. I can now focus on X, Y, and Z. And that's what you want when you're looking for a virtual assistant. You've got to be able to collaborate and move your business forward. So that's one of the amazing, one of my top, I'm going to say one of my top examples of what our virtual assistants have helped us and allowed for us to do in expanding our business, scaling it, and growing it. So that's what I got. Derek, we do have some questions in the chat.
I was actually getting ready to jump on them. So the first question was, did I miss the sale? And is the VA sale still 197? Absolutely. So until December 31st, right, at about 11:30 p.m. is when my team will completely change everything back, and everything goes back to that usual normal price. But we always told people, even at that $697 to get a VA, that's a cheat code. But at 197, you'd almost be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't get it. So, Miss Sandra, yes, for $197, that's still available. And for the deferred program that you asked about, the example that I gave earlier, there's a lady that literally bought 3 VAs this past week because she realized at 197, she's getting 3 VAs for lesser than the price for the $697 original cost.
Right.
And the deferral program just means that we give you up to 6 months to defer that VA to later. So like one lady bought 2 VAs and she's like, well, Derek, I only want one now and I'll get the other one 30 days from now. So she only chose 30 days, but people have up to 6 months. And if you need longer, just let us know. No problem. Remember, we own the company. So it's no problem if you need a little longer, but we do start it at that 6-month mark.
Let me tag you on that one, Derek.
Sure.
So with the deferment, right? That doesn't mean you're going to interview a virtual assistant and that virtual assistant is going to wait around for you for 6 months.
Right.
What we're going to do is we're going to halt you in the process for 6 months, and we'll still continue to look. We'll continue to check in to say, hey, has anything changed? You may have a specific set of needs or tasks that you want a virtual assistant to be knowledgeable in and have a skill set in. But what you may realize is you may get that first VA, get that person up, trained, and running in your business, and realize, you know what? I said I needed 3 VAs with this same skill set. Let me modify that now. Derek, I'm about ready to go for VA number 2, and I want to change what I'm looking for in a skill set because Alex is doing so great that I need to figure out some other tasks for this other virtual assistant that's coming in to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy our team when you are at that point of saying, hey, I am ready to go ahead and get this virtual assistant into my business and up and running and operational. So our team halts that process. They follow up with you. And when you give us the okay, we're going to go ahead again and make sure that we still have the same skill set, or are there any modifications? And then we go back out to source that virtual assistant that meets that criteria for you. And then again, so forth and so on. So our deferment means that you do not have to bring that virtual assistant or interview for that virtual assistant as soon as you pay us for it. We literally keep you in our system and ready to go when you're ready to go. That 6-month mark is what we tend to kind of hold on to. But if you communicate with us, you let us know, hey, it's I'm not going to be ready because something came up. We will wait on you to get that done. Just keep us updated and keep us in the loop, and then we'll, like I said, deploy our team to get you up and running when you're ready.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I just put in the chat, that these VAs are like Lay's potato chips. You can't have just one. So most people, when they get one VA, they often get a second one. And it's usually around that 2 to 3 month mark. And that's kind of the time it's going to take you to get acquainted with your first VA, right? And I'll let Shay kind of talk about the process here in a minute. But what kind of makes us stand apart from most people is that most VA companies, that when you get a virtual assistant from them, you don't get a choice in who you choose. They just give you a VA and they say, good luck, I hope you make it. And they charge you for it. We don't do that. We want you to be a part of the process. So there's an interview process, right? There's an onboarding process, because if you never hired an employee before, or if you've never worked with the systems that it takes to run these VAs, you're going to be confused. So our team gives you a whole onboarding before your interview to kind of break down what it looks like and how are you to manage that VA. Shay, talk a little bit about our onboarding process, if you will, from the moment they purchase the VA. So for the person to ask that question, from the moment you hit the buy button, Shay's going to take you through the process. Go ahead, Shay.
Absolutely. So you heard me talk about workflows and automations, right? So VA 101 is set up with workflows and automations, right? And a team that is kick butt that's behind it. So what you're going to do when you first enter VA 101 and you submit a payment for a virtual assistant, you're going to get a immediate response that's going to welcome you to the team. You're going to the family, I should say. Then you're going to be asked a series of questions to find out, what are you looking for? How can we help you? What type of virtual assistant are you looking for? We've got people that look for virtual assistants that can help their back end of their doctor's office with different what is it, scheduling and all of that good stuff, answering phones, sending out emails. What do you need? So once you let us know, and that's in a form, like Alex told you, form building. We've got a form that you complete with all of that information. Then as we are going through the process of finding that virtual assistant for you, our team is hitting the ground running, looking for through our, like I said, our back end of candidates for one that is specific and meets your needs. If we do not find anyone in that pool, we will go out and look for them. Okay. With that, once that is done or in the process, while our team is vetting that individual, making sure that individual does possess all of the criteria that you need, not just saying that, hey, here's my resume, I can do it. They're going to make sure that they can do what they say they're doing. They're testing, they're following up, they're doing background checks, they're reaching out to previous employers, they're getting information on this individual or this candidate to make sure that we're bringing you someone that is suitable and that is a great fit for you. Now, our team will then book an appointment with you. They walk you through all of the necessary softwares that you will need to have this virtual assistant work remotely for you. That's i.e. a payment processor, a monitoring, and like your HR department, right? We use a software that is like we consider it our all-in-one HR department. It monitors everything from PTO. It will calculate PTO and set it up however you want to. And that is what you'll be trained on. They teach you how to use those systems. They make sure that you know how to navigate those systems. And also, they teach you how to bring your virtual assistant into those systems once you do choose the appropriate virtual assistant. Now, after we call that our onboarding. After onboarding, you're going to then have again, be updated in the process, where you're at, where's your virtual assistant at, and then we're going to go ahead and schedule your interviews. Yes, we interview your virtual assistant, but now it's time for you to meet the virtual assistant candidates, plural, not singular, more than one. The candidates that suit or that we found that meet your need. Now, once we do that, you get to interview this virtual assistant along with a member of our team who's going to help you navigate the interview space. It's completely different than interviewing here in the US. It's completely different than, there's going to be different questions, some similar, but some that are very different. Our team will help walk you through that process and ask the questions that they feel that you have not asked, and give you an opportunity to know or engage with that virtual assistant to see if they're a good fit for you. Once that's done, by the end of the interview process, you can say, "Hey, I want Tina as my virtual assistant," or you may say, "You know what? I like them both, but I'm just not sold. Can we revisit this? I'm not getting a good feel for this virtual assistant." Absolutely. We get back out there and we look for another virtual assistant to bring to an interview for you and continue the process until we find the right one. So that's our process. Did I leave anything out? I'm trying to think.
Let's ask the people. Did you guys understand the process? Because I think Shay made that really simple, right? And I'll just sum it up. But if you guys got questions about the process, let us know. But from the moment you purchase, which should be now during the sale at only $197, workflows are going to start happening, right? The automations that we're talking to you about, our team has put all of that together. So you'll start to get emails and correspondence as in what are your next steps? Because at some point you'll get the onboarding so that our team shows you how to do this process and manage that VA. But then you're going to have that interview process to where you're going to pick your team, right? And then from that point, you're connected kind of sort of to us still, that if you had any questions or concerns, but also later on, there's an opportunity to also be a part of a VIP community. Did you speak about that, Shay?
I did not.
Speak about that as well.
Okay, so I was going to give you the opportunity to.
Go ahead.
All right, so our VIP community is literally a buy one get one free, right? And not a virtual assistant. It's a insurance policy. It's just like your home warranty policy, right? So our VIP upgrade is what we call it's the VA 101 special that I'm going to name it, where you are invited into a VIP community where we discuss all things virtual assistants. You're now in a community with others that have virtual assistants, and you can see what they're doing, how they're utilizing their virtual assistant, how are they making an additional income with their business by utilizing these VAs. We drop different things in there. We have conversations live and stuff like that in that community. But the key feature of this is we automatically give you a 90-day warranty.
Free replacement.
Free replacement. So a 90-day warranty on the virtual assistant. So if you come to me and say, "You know what, Shay, this virtual assistant is not really meeting the needs that I'm having. I'm having a difficult time navigating this space with this team member, and I need to replace," you let us know, we replace. But now, let's say you're outside of your 90 days, you can upgrade to that VIP initiative, which is our extended warranty. It's like your American Home Shield. It's the VA 101 VA Shield. Let's call it the VA Shield. How about that? To where we are allowing you to kind of do that ongoing. Let's say 6 months down the line, as long as you maintain that policy, you can literally say, you know what, Shay, they were good for the first 3 months, but boy, we hit a brick road. Or man, something came up and this virtual assistant is out, needs to be on leave for 9 months, and I need
Or they
an
just quit
additional,
or
yeah,
don't work out,
I need an
right?
additional, I need to replace this VA. That is what that allows you to do.
And
So
now instead of paying that original 697, right, for that extra VA or to replace that VA, you only pay that $27 a month, which you probably already paid, right? So you just use it and you just cash in on your insurance. If that makes sense, put a number 1 in the chat. I think
Hey,
she did a great
and
job,
Derek,
but
we
if
don't
that
have,
makes sense, put a 1 in the chat.
and we don't have a trade call fee, okay?
Exactly, right? For all you homeowners with the coverage, you'll know what that means.
We don't have a trade call
But
fee.
again, $27 a month to replace that VA versus paying the $697 is also a no-brainer. And again, that's what makes us stand out more than anybody else. Because
Absolutely.
first of all, we're going to give you the 90 days on us. Free replacement. If something on day 88 goes wrong, we're replacing that VA. Day 89, we're replacing that VA. But let's just say you make it a day 135 and everything is not as cool as it was in the beginning. As long as you paid that $27 a month, you replace that VA absolutely free, and we just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Right? You do not pay the $697 at that point. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's jump back into the chat and finish the questions.
Question here.
Does the VA help with setting up launching and managing webinars?
I'm going to bring Alex up.
Let's bring him back up because Alex set this up. So, guys, as you heard me talk about earlier, Miss Sandra, I'm not very techy. I'm not very good at setting up any of this stuff. I can barely turn this computer on. But because of Alex, this room is set every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, right, Alex? So I'm not involved in setting this up. Okay, because if I did, Sandra, I'd screw it up. I would think I'm talking to live to people. Then I find out 2 hours later that I wasn't talking to nobody because I never hit the right buttons.
Derek muted my mic not too long ago.
Just leaving the room, I muted her mic. So can you imagine if I was trying to really do something? So to answer your question, Miss Sandra, yes. In fact, I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint tonight. Alex, I think one of my VAs built that. So Alex is always in control of my lives. Notice when he introduced himself, he listed all of that stuff that he's responsible for. But he said, I'm also how did you say it, Alex?
The live session assistant to Mr. Derek.
The
live session assistant. I love that.
And we didn't come up with
because that's every time, Miss Sandra, I go live. I have to have him because, again, if Shay not home, forget about it. I'm really lost, right? But all of the lives that I do outside of where you guys see me at, because there's other masterminds and classes that I do that y'all don't see me. Alex set that stuff up, or one of my VAs does. So that's a great question. But yeah, Shay, you want to chime in too?
No, I want Alex to chime in. So Alex, what does something like that, like, how would you set up as a virtual assistant, how could you assist a client with setting up and launching and managing webinars?
Okay, so something in terms of setting up webinars, live session, or things like that is all about, like for me, I work in a different time zone. So my computer is set, the time on my computer, even on my phone, is I'm using EST like by default because I know that I work in EST. So
That's
I know
smart.
I don't set it to West African time. So I use the EST. So like I can just know whatever I'm doing, I'm working in my client's time. So for instance, this live session, in order to set it up, let's say a few hours, all I need from my client is the topic for the live session. So with that, I have AI tools which I use in order to come up with the caption. Like we could say, hey, join Forston Consultants by 6 p.m. for this. We will delve into the topic. My client don't need to give me that information. I come up with those information on my own. Then I set it up. Then I also I select the platform which we will be going live on. Automatically, I just do all those things, set it up, and automatically the post comes up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So all I need to do is to copy the link and send to the people we want to feature on the live, and then also send out campaigns using via digital flow solution to our existing customers and people that we have in our system. So they get the invitation, and automatically when they click the link, they could either join via YouTube or
Exactly.
Facebook or any other platform.
Give them a
So
choice.
See?
yeah, now I'm on StreamYard. So most of the comments you're seeing in the chat, that is I'm the one put it in the I make a list before the live session, so that when it's going on, I can always chime in and be like, okay, if you want this, for the promo is still on, while my clients are managing the live session or talking to the people, I can be on the back end putting in everything they need. So it's just more like a very effective partnership between
Yo.
me and them. I try to help them as much as I can and to make their work easier, basically. So that's it.
And it's lead generation. So
Yeah,
if you remember what
absolutely.
Alex's title was in terms of what he does, Sandra, he's lead generation. So because he's doing all of this stuff for me, why do you think I had 10 appointments last week of discovery calls of people that discovered us for the first time? It's because Alex decided, say, Derek, y'all need to go simulcasting. I said, simul what? He said, y'all need to simulcast. I said, what does that mean? He said, go to multiple platforms at once. Clubhouse is dying. So you need to go to YouTube, Instagram, and X. Somebody's on Twitter right now. And we usually never get people from Twitter or X. So I'm excited about that. In fact, shout out to my person right now that's on X or Twitter or whatever you call it now, because most people join us on YouTube, right? So Sandra, that's a great example of how the lead generation and how more customers are being brought into us simply because of Alex's suggestion to use StreamYard. So if anybody want to know what we're using, at the end of every live, I think it comes up anyway, but this is called StreamYard. StreamYard allows us to simulcast, meaning be at more than one place at one time. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, Insta, and X,
Facebook,
and I think one more. And then we'll eventually share it to my personal page. Share it to her personal page. And I beg of all of y'all to share it to somebody else. And that's how you get the word out about what you're doing or what you're trying to. Because Sandra, I'm sure you teach something or you do something. That's why you're doing a webinar. How great is it that you got somebody to set it up for you? Because from your question, you sound a lot like me. You want to do it. You got the knowledge, but you don't know how to. Maybe you don't have the time to, right? So this is, again, to me, the cheat code of having these VAs. Shay?
So here's the next question. I love your questions, by the way, Miss Sandra. Keep them coming, because you are right here in our wheelhouse, and this is what we love to discuss and talk about. So for your next question, you asked, I have a webinar. You did ask. I have a webinar I want to launch in February, but I need help with getting email, social media marketing, setting it up, and launching it. Does VA assist? Does the VA assist with that? I'm going to throw this back to Alex. Sorry, Alex, I muted you and now I'm asking you to speak again, right? This is you are the epitome of needing digital flow solutions.
Yep.
And I can have Alex explain that, because your webinar and all of the things that you're asking for can be housed within your own CRM that is ran and operated by Digital Flow Solutions.
Sandra said both. I don't know how or have time.
Check this out, though. But check this out, Miss Sandra. Our team will now find you a virtual assistant and personally train them in how to run and utilize Digital Flow Solution in your CRM. So, Alex, let's talk about that. Like, how can Digital Flow Solutions and VA 101, because technically it's a partnership,
combine them together? Yeah.
VA 101 is going to be the one that finds you the virtual assistant, while Digital Flow Solutions is going to be the system that runs all of this. Like, she wants to launch by February, right? She needs to get emails sent out, ding, 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 social media marketing, ding, ding, ding,
all the things it
setting
does.
up and launching the webinar, ding, ding, ding. Talk to us, Alex.
Okay, so basically what she needs is, like, she's at the right place already, which is in terms of VA 101 to get the VA, especially now that we have the discount going on. So when you get the VA, the next thing is to bring the VA into a package, one of our packages on digital flow solution, depending on the size of your business, like I earlier highlighted. So when the VA comes in terms of like your question, which is about getting email, social media, we have an email system in under digital flow solutions. Social media planner is there. The social media planner, for instance, all the VA needs to do is to design a post. Yeah, when the VA designs the post, you can simultaneously send out this post to different platforms, schedule it to go out depending on when on the SEO research and depending on the platform that it's going out to. So that will determine the time in when the post is going to go out on Instagram, on Facebook, or on LinkedIn, or on Twitter. So the VA can just set this up, go to sleep, the post automatically goes out. You can also chime in automations in terms of if you want someone to put something in the chat and it gets a specific link to you. So all these things come under digital flow solutions, and they just you just need to set it up basically. Yeah, because gone are the days when you just need to be on your phone to check all your social media posts and get
Exactly.
to chat back, to comment back, to do all those things. You could actually automate some things so that when you just come back, you could just look at, oh, what did I miss? And the good part is the VA gets to see all this under one platform, you,
Exactly. Yep.
which is the lead
Exactly.
connector. Yeah. So that is
He
that
said,
is the
sold, I'm in.
yeah.
That's
So that's
exactly
just
it.
how it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the reason why I had Alex answer this question is because this is something that Alex does on a daily basis, right? We've got clients that are coming in and this is what they want. Like he said, gone are the days using 5 different platforms.
Right.
Listen, we did it.
Switching back and forth.
We
We
were
did
guilty.
it. We had multiple
100%.
platforms before we got digital flow solutions,
Like
guys.
we did a webinar here, we promoted it over here, we had campaigns running from over here, and then we're trying to catch everything up back to one place. Like it was a nightmare. So now what digital flow solutions will allow you to do, and again with that VA, because it's not going to be you doing the work, you now have the VA that is trained by our team, my development team. So they're not just learning from watching videos and YouTube. They now have access to my development team, my developers that are going to show them how to accurately create these automations. And by automations, I mean it's like once somebody clicks, puts a fire emoji in the chat, they may automatically get a DM with the link to purchase or to sign up for your webinar. Once they're signed up, guess what your virtual assistant now does? Your virtual assistant creates 10 emails or text messages or both that go out in the sequence that you want them to up until the event. Never has to be recreated again. If you want to go and modify things, go ahead and have them modify it. But you never have to recreate these things. You can add to, you can take away, you can do whatever you want. But it limits the time that it'll take to move from one platform to the next and try to move this
Everything's in one
person from
place.
over here to over here. Not only that, we can create other automations that prime example, if you're selling a product, at the end of that webinar, we can now have something that automatically goes out to that individual that says purchase now. Whatever your coaching product is, whatever item you are promoting in this webinar, so that these touch points are consistent. And now you're moving them through your workflow, right? So now it may be a free strategy call. That strategy call, that doesn't have to be your virtual assistant saying, oh man, how many people watched the webinar? How many people were active? Let me go ahead and email each one individually to see if they want to set up a free consultation call or a strategy call with Miss Sandra. Oh, we got to get people to sell. Now what you're doing is you're moving them through your process, and your dashboard is going to show that. Boom, watch the webinar. Boom, hit the link for the strategy call. Boom, hit the link for a free PDF. Boom, hit the link for something else. So you're now seeing if this person is moving from a generic basic inquiry to what type of lead are they? Are they lukewarm or are they on fire hot, ready to pounce and purchase your product? So this is something that we encompass in digital flow solutions. We train those virtual assistants that come through VA 101. And our team, like if you do simultaneous, if you get a VA with us and then you're utilizing digital flow solutions, we automatically make sure that they have the skill set and the tools that they need to operate your back end of your website. And that is at no additional charge to you. Hello, somebody.
All right, good stuff.
Ding, 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 ding.
This is one of those things, guys. As I said, sometimes we laugh and we joke and we play, but this is one of those things that if you can't figure out how to interject $197 inside of your business and $4 an hour to help scale you up, what are we doing, right? So I'm actually getting ready to type it. I'm actually typing it now, but I put virtual assistants are the cheat code to your next business move. And at only $197 to get the VA, like guys, and $4 an hour, it's a no-brainer.
It is.
So also what I want to do is I want Alex to put the number, because if you want the 7-minute video to learn more about the VAs, or Alex put a video together about digital flow solutions, I would like to play that tonight, and we can also put it in the chat. So if you want more information about digital flow solutions, if you say, well, Derek, I heard y'all got a phone system and a text message system too. Absolutely. So if you need a phone system, a text system, if you want all of your social media in one place, text the number 407-809-3139 for more information about the VA stuff. But digital flow solutions, I'll let Shay tell me if there's a separate number for that. So Shay, is that the same one?
Yeah, they can use the same one because Alex is going to whoop me.
Yeah, text the same number if you guys want information about digital flow solutions. So text the word the acronym DFS to that same phone number if you want more information or a strategy call with Shay and Alex to figure out how can you intertwine digital flow solutions inside of your business. I also put in the chat, if you've ever heard of ClickFunnels, this is better than ClickFunnels. This replaces a lot of you guys getting individual products. I was one of these guys, y'all. I had probably 6 to 9 different products to run my business. But now with digital flow solutions, we only need this one thing now because everything's encompassed in it. Okay. So that's my spiel on that, Shay. I'm going to give it back to you. Then I'm going to bring that PowerPoint up.
I love it. So Derek, what I want to do, and Alex, I think we'll all get together, if not tomorrow, sometime before the end of the week. For the new year, I think we need to do something amazing. Let's do a package. Let's partner VA 101 and Digital Flow Solutions up for the new year, and let's see what magic we can make.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's meet the need of 2 different entities. Let's do CRM, marketing, and a virtual assistant. Let's talk about that some this week before, and that can be our New Year's surprise. Aha! For those that are here with us tonight, you got a little insight on what's coming in the new year. How about that?
Good stuff. And there's already a message that came in. I saw it pop up on because we use digital flow solutions. Guess who just saw that message? Me, Shay, but more importantly, Alex saw it. Because I'm not going to answer it probably. You don't want me getting in that, y'all. I'll mess y'all up. But Alex is going to be able to take care of that. So, and again, for that strategy call, that's going to be with Shay and probably Alex. And I love the idea, Shay, of combining the VA with the digital flow solutions services as a bundle. Love that. I want to do something for Miss Sandra one more time. She asked, this is actually the video, so we'll play this
digital
first.
Dreams into a vibrant reality.
Let's rewind that. It started from the top.
At Digital Flow Solutions.
Give me one.
Welcome to Digital Flow Solutions, where we turn your digital dreams into a vibrant reality. At Digital Flow Solutions, we are not just about websites. We provide our clients with a world-leading CRM system suitable for any business, no matter how large or small. We're about unleashing the true potential of your business in the digital realm. Picture this: your business thriving online with a website that not only speaks but engages and leaves users feeling satisfied. We craft websites for businesses of all sizes, tailored to your unique goals. But wait, there's more. We don't just stop at creating stunning websites. We supercharge them with features designed to propel your success. From chat widgets that connect you instantly with your audience, to SEO optimization that skyrockets your online visibility, as well as a social media planner that helps you stay.
Love it. So Now, on this presentation, it looks a little grainy. So if you want that video or if you want us to send it to you, let Alex know and just use that same number at the bottom, right? So Alex, if you get, hey guys, text the word video to that same phone number at 407-809-3139. And again, text the word video if you want that video to dive deeper into it, to see it much clearer. And also use it to say, you know what? I think I want to take advantage of that free discovery call.
Yeah.
And book that call, because what I love about Shay and how they do that, no matter what business you have, that's the good thing about it. I don't care if you do ILS, whether you house people, real estate, or something completely different. We do business coaching, period. And Shay has been heading a lot of that up. So if you guys want to call to figure out your other business, tonight, you know, we're talking about VAs and housing people. But if you do something completely different, no problem. Still have the call to talk to Shay of how they can intertwine digital flow solutions and a VA inside of your other business. So we love people that have multiple businesses. So bring whatever ideas you have, especially while the call is still complimentary. So I'll land my plane there. Shay, back on you.
And Derek, the fun thing about it is what we've been doing tonight is I've literally started creating a whole process for Miss Sandra. If she's been listening to us good and hard enough, she would know that we've been literally diving into her idea already and talking about what we can do to make things work for her. So again, that is so. Pay attention, Miss Sandra. I've given you a lot of tips and tricks on what we can do and what you can do in regards to building this thing that you want done by February. Is February possible? Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a lot of time.
Absolutely, because now we can get you a virtual assistant and we've got the tools already set up for you to utilize to get everything and all of the information pushed out there. So I'm excited about that. I do want to go to a few more questions and then we can move forward, Derek.
There was one about a cookbook.
Yes. So this is Angela. So she says she wants to write a cookbook. Now, see, Angela, all you need is an idea and a platform. I mean, not an idea and an outline. And that is what you utilize a virtual assistant for, right? We currently have a very well-known author that utilizes virtual assistants through VA 101. And they help do a lot of editing for this individual's books. And they are also helping with some writing of these books. So, and again, they're not writing the whole book, but they're taking that idea, they're taking the concept, they're taking the information and they're making it a lot prettier. They're tying it up with a bow. But we do have individuals that we can give an outline to. There are VAs that you can give an outline to, and they'll help you elaborate on those points that you're trying to make in this book. So yes, this is a possibility. Very possible. Just, you know, as an author or someone that is writing a book, you've got to make sure you're taking the right steps in regards to making sure that all of the creative rights belong to you. So that is for you, Miss Angela.
Good stuff. I'm going to drop another gem really quick. Alex, I'm texting you something right now on your Telegram, and I want to share that with everybody, but I'll just piggyback off the cookbook thing. What I like about what Angela said is that she already kind of knows what she wants in it.
Yeah.
So you're done. Like, to me, that book's done already. You just need a revision and to make sure that you like it. But if you already know what you want in it, give it to the VA. You know kind of what the color scheme is. You already got all the recipes, and I already know what kind of book you're writing because me and you talked already, right? It was one of those health books going to help all y'all get healthy. But yes, that VA is going to be able to help you put it together because all of my books, Angela, Hannah, who's in this picture right now, did all of my book covers, the back book cover, and also put my book in the format to where it can be read on a Kindle, on Amazon. I don't know how to do that stuff, y'all, but these VAs do. So I want you guys to meet my team. I usually start from the beginning. I think I'm going to go in reverse this time. I think, let me see if that's how it is. So let me see. So. I think it's in reverse already.
Is it?
Yeah, let's go backwards. So over at VA 101, guys, we have this thing called a done for you service. This is what Hannah does. Hannah was actually the first VA that we ever hired. Hannah really no longer works for us personally, but she helps our business partners, right? So there are certain people that come to us and say, well, Derek, I want a VA, but I don't want to manage the VA. I don't want to pay the VA on payroll, and I don't want to do all of that stuff. I just want them to do the work for me, right? those are people that get our done for you service. So a lot of the doctors and high echelon people, they don't really want to be involved in the everyday task of managing the VA. So we manage the VA, we do the payroll, everything that it takes to run that VA, even accepting the assignments and the workload of what that customer wants. And then we coordinate with the virtual assistant to get it done. So Hannah literally handles our done for you service for some of our big business partners that we work with. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody.
100%.
Alex Chuko, you just met him tonight. Alex is our lead generation guru. He's our strategist extraordinaire, and he's a part of Digital Flow Solutions. He talked about a lot tonight what Shay and him do together in that company. Danish is another developer from Pakistan. So if I didn't say it, Hannah is from the Philippines. Alex is from Nigeria. Danish is from Pakistan. So guys, when I had the idea, watch this, because this sounds stupid to some people. I wanted a digital marketing company, which takes somebody that can build websites, a person that can code and do all of that techie stuff. Guys, I don't know how to do any of that, but I wanted it. But Danish in Pakistan, right? He can do that stuff. And remember the dollar amount that we keep talking about all day today. Danish is our web developer extraordinaire. He's our automation specialist and our workflow integration pro. So all of the workflows and automations, the things that make your business just run easy, and what Shay is not going to combine with the VA now, lucky for y'all, that's what Danish does. Jillian is, no, Shay, who is Jillian, Shay?
Jillian is my bestie. No, Jillian is an extraordinaire.
What does she do?
When it comes to the Angela Denise Foundation, a Juris Doctorate degreed virtual assistant, currently working as a virtual assistant for the Angela Denise Foundation. She does grant writing. She does community, like it says, a community engagement extraordinaire. She's reaching out and connecting me with other partners in my community, and she's also getting me those grants.
Hold it, Shay. Hold it, Shay. I want to give an example. Shay, last week you built this thing where actually Jillian built it, but it was a list of over 150 restaurants. Shay, did you sit down and call all of those restaurants to ask for money and donations, or did Jillian do that?
Jillian did it.
Did you have time to do it, Shay?
No.
Did you want to do it, Shay?
No, not really.
So who did it?
Jillian.
Bang. Shay's got an outreach, right? Of where she wants to feed all of our people, and for restaurants to give donations, whether monetarily or feed our folks. Jillian built this big old list that will one day be probably over 350 restaurants locally. Jillian calls all of them. She emails all of them, and she's the liaison. Remember, Shay don't have time to do this, y'all. Shay's busy doing other stuff, keeping me in line. How can Shay call 150 restaurants in one day? Nobody on here has the time to do that. Sandra, you got a job. You run businesses.
Yep.
Put a number 7 in the chat if you real busy, meaning in your life, your family, your businesses, or your job. Put a number 7 in the chat if you real busy. And this is what you need. Okay. April is everything for us, right? Social media maven. She's the digital marketing dynamo. So all of that stuff that you see in terms of how our social media looks, in terms of us getting the word out about what we do, that's through April, guys. She's the social media specialist. Because if you are anything like me and the way we teach y'all to do it, you guys should be posting every day. Again, I don't care if you fry chicken and you sell it, or if you bake cookies, or you're a consultant, or you house the homeless. If nobody don't know that you do it, how would they ever know to come and patronize your business? So social media allows us to get the word out to a bunch of people with the touch of a button. And now when I got somebody doing this for 7 days a week for me, because remember, they work 5 days, but Saturday and Sunday, they plan the post to go out.
Right.
Automations, guys. Shay, what does Mary do?
My Mary. So she is like our HR director. For
Do we talk about it?
What, huh?
Do we talk about Mary in a different way tonight?
No.
We'll talk about it.
No.
I said we'll talk about it. What does she do?
Oh, she's amazing.
Because we got a little secret, but we'll share it later. But what does Mary do within VA 101?
Actually, Mary is that person that will walk you through the process. of what it looks like to interview. She's going to do your onboarding. She's going to assist in finding the talent that you need. Mary comes with an extensive background. She's from the Philippines, and she has been a huge HR presence in where is it? What's the in Dubai? And she's now with us at VA 101, doing the same thing. She does our talent sourcing, HR oversight, and all of our clients, VA to client interviewing and onboarding. So that is Mary's role currently at VA 101.
Good stuff. And to Miss Adrian Fuller. Hey, Adrian, how's it going?
Hey, sis.
And Adrian, if you're still here, it's not $697, Adrian. So that's the normal price. Right now it's only $197, Adrian. So from my birthday, which was November 16th, all the way through Black Friday, all the way through Christmas, we just left the sale the same. So January 1st, everything goes back to normal of that $697, but it's only $197, Adrian, which is an absolute cheat code, right? And it's a no-brainer. So a lot of people, Adrian, have been getting multiple VAs, and then we'll allow them to defer that other VA to later. So if you say, well, Derek, I only need one right now, I advise you get 3 of them, right? And then you just choose to get those VAs later. Because again, why pay $697 later when you can pay $197 now? So one lady last week, Adrian, she bought 3 VAs, right? And if my math is correct, $197 times 3, now just make the numbers even, right? 200 is 600. You save $100 just by getting it that way from the regular price. So Adrian, please don't pay that $697. Use that coupon code. Alex has put it in the chat. And even while I'm saying it, Alex, go ahead and put that up again for only the $197. And to answer the question from Miss Webster, what's involved in that $197? You get the course, you get the curriculum, and you get the onboarding. So remember, we just don't give you a VA and say, good luck.
We source and vet.
We source that VA. So we have something that's called VTE, vet, train, and endorse, right? Vet, train, endorse. And that's to get that VA to you. We also have a course for only $47. Well, if you say, well, Derek, I don't want you to do this for me. I can do all this on my own. But Derek, how do you do it? Right. I still give you a course, guys, for only $47 and show you how to source your own VA. But most people, I'll admit it, we've only sold probably 2 of those in life. And both of those people came back to still go through the original process with us. We're just so nice about it that we'll just use the $47 that you spent as a part of that price. So again, do yourself a favor, just spend the $197, get the VA, get the course, get the curriculum, and then if you're really smart, you upgrade to that VIP community and the insurance, which is only $27 a month. That can replace that VA at any time with no questions asked. Okay, so that was me answering 2 questions in one. Now, right after Mary is Jess. Jess had her 1-year anniversary today.
Yep.
Right, so that whole $4 an hour thing that we keep talking about, she don't make $4 an hour anymore because of how long she's been with us. Jess is our customer service extraordinaire. She runs Second Chance Housing, my independent living facility program. She's also my personal and business assistant, right? So Jess is multi-talented. Out of the probably 8 businesses that we have, Jess probably works in 5 of them, right? We only have one VA that does one business, and that's Jillian. She completely runs the Angela Denise Foundation. That's it. Yeah. Every other VA that we have, guys, they work in at least 3 of our businesses, okay? Just to give you an idea. Also, Jess is kind of like my left hand, but Tara is my right hand. So Tara is our executive administrator. So Tara's over everything. Tara's over all the VAs. She's over me. She's over Shay. She's over all of the businesses. And if something don't go right, we scream at Tara, right? So notice how the boss and how they say it flows down. No, I don't scream and yell. Trust me. I'm actually I'm probably too nice of a boss, actually. But if something goes wrong, but before I call Alex, if Alex has messed up on something, before Alex hear it from me, he gonna hear it from Tara. Mm-hmm. I meet with Tara almost every day, but for sure every Monday. So Tara gets the message and she hands it down. Now, was it like that from day one? Absolutely not. It grew to be that. But within 2 weeks, I knew that Tara was going to be a leader. In fact, I told her that. I said, Tara, have you ever managed people? Have you ever been a supervisor or a manager? She's like, oh, yeah. And she started explaining. I said, because I see something in you. I said, if things go the way that I think it is, you're going to be the boss. She started laughing and blushing. She turned red. She's like, oh, my God. I said, no, no, no. You're going to be the boss. You're going to replace me one day. And that's literally what Jess and Tara has both done for me. They've replaced me. So Tara is our executive administrator. She's over completely VA 101 and our virtual assistant team and all 8 businesses that we have. A lot of things are ran by Tara before we do it. A lot of techie stuff, a lot of decisions. Yeah. And Tara is the only VA that I have that can make decisions without me. So if I'm in a meeting and there's something important come up and Derek, but I'm tied up, Tara is the only one that can give a yes or a no or just to figure things out until I'm available. Same thing on Shay's behalf. With like Jillian and Tara play that same role with Shay. If Shay's not available, both of those people can make a decision without us. The other VAs, they can't do that really. They haven't got that to that level. But Tara can literally run all of our stuff. Prime example. Most of y'all know and understand that my brother passed away November 28th, right? Still very fresh to our family. But when that happened, I was stuck for like 2 weeks. I couldn't move, like I couldn't function. It really broke my heart. But guess what? The business kept going. Calls kept coming in. And because I'm crying like a baby and I'm sobbing all over the place, guess who was really able to step in to help and to make things continue to run as I'm breaking down, sobbing and crying?
And
Makes sense, guys?
She also made executive decisions about different things like the sale. The sale is ongoing because Tara thought it made
Tara did that.
sense to honor Otis.
Yeah.
And give people that opportunity to jump in there and get their business started by keeping the sale going. Like that was an executive decision that was made by Tara during the time that we were kind of dealing with our family loss. So again, it's again having that ability to have someone to work with you and work for you that can take your idea, take your business, and take everything you need to the next level and have that same heart for your business as you do. I love it. Like that is our team. Like that is our VA team.
And just to answer that question again from Miss Sandra Webster, Sandra, I didn't build this PowerPoint. Right? You asked that, can they build the PowerPoint and da-da-da-da-da-da?
Absolutely.
Well, lucky for y'all, somebody else that I had to present this to, I was like, you know what? I'm going to show my people this. Why not? So if I'm not mistaken, I think Tara made this.
I think
so. Sometimes and if I'm wrong about it, Alex will tell me. But sometimes like on Mondays, I'll give Tara a list of things that I want for the week, for the month, for the rest of the year. It's Tara's job to either to get it done or to delegate it.
Yeah.
So I got a team of 8 VAs, right? Tara's not going to do everything that I tell her unless I say, Tara, now I want you to do this. I want you to handle this. I want you to make the call. But other than that, Tara's got the decision to make. Do I handle this or do I delegate this to April? Do I do this or do I pass it over to Mary? Do I do this or do I give it to Mary or Jillian? So again, I let them structure that kind of. But guess what we're doing with them every day, y'all? Growing, learning, and teaching. Because I told all of these women from day one, I want y'all to replace us eventually.
Yeah.
Shay and I are very busy, and we want to get to a point that we're not doing so much. We want y'all to be the superstars of all of these businesses. We're going to kind of be the face and kind of the thought leader, but we want you all to be literally the background and the boss of all of this stuff. So Jess, who's now have been with me for a whole year, I told Jess in her first week, Jess, you are the new program manager for Second Chance Housing. Congratulations. I said, because I want you to replace me, Jess. I said, Jess, I'm very busy. I love to coach. I love to teach. I love to pour into people. That's where most of my time going to go. So I want you, Jess, to run Second Chance Housing. She thought that was so funny and such an opportunity. She loves it. And she cried today when we presented her new package to her in terms of what she's making now and all of that stuff and her new responsibilities. Because don't get it twisted. Even though Jess is really good at what she's doing, she's going to get some new roles in 2024, y'all. So the better the VAs get, the more we kind of put on them. Don't make them drown in the beginning by giving them 10 jobs. Don't do that. You get one thing, master it. test it, and then you build on it as you go. Guys, my name is Derek Forston. I approve this entire message. It's 7:30 on the dot.
Look
This
at
is kind of
you.
when we end it, but I'll allow maybe 3 questions just to make sure that we're giving value. So Shay, I'll let you either choose it or you can pull it from the chat. But I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that we explain enough of what these VAs are, what they can do, what they can accomplish. And again, for only $197 to get the VA with the course and the curriculum and the ebook, and for $4 an hour, guys, you can't afford not to get this. And I hardly ever say that,
Yeah.
but this is one of those things that you can't afford not to get. Why wouldn't you invest $197 in yourself and in your business and $4 an hour? Because the minimum is 6 hours, right? So if you do $4 an hour, 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, that's $120 a week. God, that's very affordable in terms of what this is and what it can do for your life. Now, times that 120 by 4, that's what we're doing per month. So that's going to give you a great idea of what it's going to cost you on the back end. Now, ask yourself, now, is it worth it? Because that's tonight's topic. Are
Right.
virtual assistants really worth it at $4 an hour? Guys, I approve this entire message. Okay?
This I love having this room because I think we get to teach people the what the benefits are when it comes to virtual assistants. Derek and I started with no knowledge on the virtual assistant space. I personally did have a background in people managing with my corporate America job, but when we got into this space of working with people virtually on a regular basis, on a daily basis, it looked a little different. We went through a company when we initially started and received virtual assistance from that said company, but we were lost in the sauce. I'm talking about in regards to just the whole navigating the space, being able to really interact and engage. Thank God it was, Tara and Hannah, because they helped us. They grew us into how to effectively work with our virtual assistants. With that being said, we developed something that will assist you in the process of being successful at maintaining that business relationship and that cohesive partnership with your virtual assistant if you when choosing to work with VA 101. Why do you want to say virtual assistant 101? With VA 101.
That's what it means, though.
I know, but I don't know why I'm trying to take the long way around instead of just calling it what it is, right? But I'm excited to see you all take that leap of faith, whether you're an entrepreneur or even just someone that is looking to delegate some task that you do on a regular basis. You don't have to have a business to utilize a virtual assistant. We see moms use with virtual assistants. We've seen individuals get virtual assistants that are teachers and use those virtual assistants to do things like tutor their children on a regular basis. We're seeing virtual assistants used in all sorts of roles in the household, and it's been so rewarding to see how our VA 101 clients are thinking outside of the box on how to utilize a virtual assistant. So don't just think that it's for the entrepreneur or the solopreneur or the new business startup. This is for anyone that needs help with keeping things organized, whether that can be done virtually, helping maintain their calendar, even with the kids and being able to maintain and manage your kids after school curriculum, all of their things that they do outside of school. This is what virtual assistants can do. It's been done for many, 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 many years, and it will continue to be done. And we've just got to get in that position and that mindset to know that we can utilize someone to assist us in those areas that we are losing focused in and that we're not efficient in. So again, I hope this was beneficial to you all tonight. If you have any questions that you would like for me to answer in the next, I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes. Put it in the chat, and I'll get to those questions really quickly. So that we can help you make the decision on whether or not you want to partner with a VA Virtual Assistant 101, VA 101, and Digital Flow Solutions, as we will have some exciting partnerships coming through down the pike for 2024 with a collaboration between DFS, which is Digital Flow Solutions, and VA 101 to get you and your business to the next level with automations, marketing, and a virtual assistant. Boom, fireworks.
All right, good stuff. So Alex, just one more time, if you can put the link in the chat for the 7-minute video for the VAs. So guys, even though we talked about this for 90 minutes, we literally made a video that's 7 minutes long that encompasses everything that we talked about tonight, the process. Ignore the cost, because don't forget, the video is going to show you $697, which to me is still the cheat code and a very affordable price to interject in your business. But you use the coupon code, right? So only pay the $197. You guys got what I think about 5 more days to do that. As I said, at like 11:50, 11:30 at night of the 31st is when my team changes everything back, including the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So if you've been thinking about the ILF Mastery Blueprint, that's only $4,700 right now. Make sure you get that. Please don't wait till January, right? And then pay the 15 grand. Like, why would you do that when there's an opportunity to get it for $4,700? Just like the virtual assistant and all of our services right now, guys, our website designing, everything is on sale until December 31st. And thank God for Tara. And you all should say in the chat, thank you, Tara, because she's the one that made the executive decision to do that. Because the original sale was supposed to end, I think, December 13th or 15th or something like that. She took it all the way through Christmas and through the 31st. So you guys should put in the chat. In fact, I'm gonna put it. Thank you, Tara, for giving everybody an opportunity to get in on that. Don't forget about our financing. So Alex, if you'll put the third-party financing in the chat as well, for people that want to, do this, but don't want to use their own money. They want to apply for the financing. We have in-house financing as well. So we give a lot of opportunity to get in this, guys. The financing tool that we use goes as low as a 590 credit score. So that's not a great score, y'all. We also repair credit. So talk to us about that too. But the model that we use goes as low as a 590. So we tell everybody to apply because there's no hard inquiry to your credit, right? To just see what you're approved for. So we tell everybody, apply for the financing just to see what you may get. Yeah. You don't have to accept anything, right? But definitely apply for it. And for the people that want to go in together, because I answer this question every time we come in here, right? Because I get access all the time. For the people that want to go in together for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, we're still allowing that, right? That's not a problem for us. So if it's 2 people that want to go in together, it's still only the $4,700, guys, right? So I'm excited to announce that, and I'm grateful that we were able to help a lot of people. A lot of you all signed up last week for that. So thank you all from me and my family and my team
keeping us busy.
For keeping us busy. And Lynette was like, whoa, 5 new clients in one day. Because remember, the accountant is now a part of it. So we're excited about that. And again, guys, thank y'all for being here tonight. And again, just join us on today's Tuesday. Yes. So join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. That's the next time we'll be going live. Share this with a family member, a friend, your pastor, your priest, your bishop, or somebody that always talked about housing the homeless or getting some extra help inside of their business. Because one thing that we didn't talk about tonight, and Alex can put it in the chat and we'll cover this next time, is you all can be an affiliate of what this
you
is.
Took that thought right out of my brain.
Bam. So hit it, Shay. Talk to them about how that they can be affiliate from VA 101.
So you can
think actually, just like y'all.
I'm telling you, that is so crazy because I was literally sitting here saying, oh man, we have to tell people to become affiliates. So an affiliate is a way for you to literally market our product as if it is your own and get a commission.
Make money.
Right? Make money. We have a prime example. All affiliates are in a community where they get our social media, all of our posts, and you just go ahead and slap your link on there. And when people check out, they check out under you. We see it in our system. You get paid a commission.
Yep.
I mean, you can do it. Another way to make income. If you are not an affiliate marketer, for products that you use, services that you believe in and you love, you are missing out. These are opportunities for you. Again, we're talking about 7 streams of income. That is one. And then what you do is you get a virtual assistant through VA 101
to market it for you.
Them to literally give them a list of all of your affiliate links, and then that's what they do. They literally market your affiliate links for you. Boom. We've just created another business. How about that?
Wow.
Just that
Wow.
quick. Just that quick. I
One
got
more-
one more thing before you go,
Go ahead,
Derek.
Shay. 'Cause I got a gem too. I want to drop one more
Okay,
gem.
drop
I'm
your
gonna let him
gem,
go.
and then I have a question that I can answer real quick before we shut it down.
Okay, so one more gem I want to drop real quick. And one night, man, we had a whole room on just this. But every one of you in this room should have your own apparel store. You all should be selling t-shirts, hats, hoodies, bags, everything that you can, right? And your VA should build it for you. There's something that's called Spring, Spring. It used to be called Teespring, but you guys can get your VA to build your own apparel store. Alex, put in the chat my Teespring store. And I just want 5 people to go to it and just check it out. And there's multiple pages of t-shirts, sweatshirts. I haven't added any hats yet, but I got coffee mugs, tumblers, leggings, stockings, book bags. And guys, it's free. So this apparel store don't cost you nothing. So when people go and buy it, Teespring literally prints the shirt or prints the hoodie and mails it to your customer. And you get a percentage of it. So everybody in this room, when you get your VA, start an apparel store immediately from Spring. Alex literally just put my link in the chat. I would love it if just 5 people can go to it really quick, click on it, and see how that's another opportunity to make money that didn't cost me nothing. And the virtual assistant going to build it, they're going to brand it, and they're going to advertise it all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. That's the last gem I got, Shay, that everybody should have an apparel store because it's free. So go to Spring, or if you Google Teespring, it'll still pop up. And you can build your own apparel store so that you and your housing program or you and your family can make money and you never have to spend any money. And then if you're real smart, you interject the VA into it and let them completely build it and run it. I'm done there. On you, Shay.
I do have a question. I was asked over here in our other forum. What would you consider the benefits of a virtual assistant from VA 101 and digital flow solutions? Why are they so beneficial together? Oh my goodness. If you're just joining us as we are closing, I will give you this tip. By having a virtual assistant that comes from VA 101, we are able to teach them, train them on how to utilize digital flow solutions, marketing software, and CRM. The virtual assistants sourced, vetted, and trained through, listen to what I said, VTE, vetted, trained, and endorsed to you. They are trained by our team, which are the 2 developers that built digital flow solutions and give us that really recreate that whole process of just training them with not just videos, but hands-on training from the development aspect. So let me rephrase that. The benefits from getting a virtual assistant from VA 101 and then utilizing our CRM and marketing tools at Digital Flow Solutions is the training and the access to the development team, the developers, the people that build it, that create it, that create the workflows, the automations, that know how to troubleshoot. Train your virtual assistant, and therefore you don't have to go through that full process unless you truly want to in learning how to utilize your own platform. That virtual assistant will come with all of that knowledge. So again, I hope you are excited as I am as we
I love it how you're going to
two
combine
together.
the 2 together. I love
Why
that.
not?
That's
We
a
own the
genius idea.
business.
I love that, Shay. I absolutely
Derek,
love
guess
that.
what? I own the company. How about you?
Love it. Love it. And one thing that I want to do, shame on us, we didn't give the website, I don't think, all night long other than in that video. So I would love it again if 10 of y'all can go to digitalflowsolutions.net and be nosy. Go check it out. So digitalflowsolutions.net. Go check us out because guess who built that? Alex. Guys, I can't build no website.
Alex did a
right. So go and look at the pricing because if I was y'all, I'll go into pricing and see immediately what it costs. Go to the website, click everything, but look at the pricing, how crazy that is. And we dare you to go and compare that to somebody other, like another company that does similar. We can't be beat, you guys. We're the best at it. Just like at VA 101, the price can't be beat, the service can't be beat. And now with this digitalflowsolutions.net marketing company, guys, we can't be beat because everything that we're doing and that we're talking to you about today is proof of the pudding of who's doing it.
We want to
The
see you
website I'm
win.
leading you to, guys, my virtual assistant built that. How great is that? So go check it out. Digitalflowsolutions.net. Shay, I'm going to give you the last word. I'm going to pray us out of here. And then I'm going to pray something real soft and I'm going to get us out of here.
Listen, people want to know if they're able to be an affiliate. You can be an affiliate
Yeah.
with every business we have.
Everything we have. Sell it. Please do.
We are we love for affiliates to partner with us. So absolutely.
Yep.
Anything, any product, any service that we
The
have.
HRA, the IMB, everything we have, you guys are allowed to sell it just like it's yours.
Yep.
Because I told you, I
Absolutely.
think this is that's bedtime mom is Angela, right?
Yes.
So Angela, remember that time me and you talked about creating that link tree with all of your links in there? I think you've done
We can
it.
do that too.
You should be posting that link tree everywhere. And when you go live, Angela, because I noticed that you've been going live a lot lately. A part of you going live should be you dropping that link and talking about what's in it. How many of y'all are entrepreneurs and you need some help? Put a 3 in the chat. And then now you just do your thing to where you're dropping that link. Because Angela, when you do your lives, you're around a lot of business people that need the VAs anyway.
Absolutely.
People that want to think they want a group home, but show them what we're doing. Every appointment that I had last week, everybody said, man, I was on YouTube trying to figure out how to start a group home. And I came across you. And you guys' way is way better because you said no license, no nurses, no doctors, and I don't got to go and buy the house.
Yep.
Advertisement. So again, guys, and again, with Digital Flow Solutions, we can build your link tree. We can build your website. We can build your funnel pages. Anything that you need for business, anything you can think of, Digital Flow Solutions and Alex can build it for you. Shay, last word on you, and I'm going to get us out of here.
I want to thank each and everybody that has joined us tonight. We are over our 90-minute allotted time, but it's always a pleasure to do this and do this with you all. For those of you on Facebook, for those of you on X and YouTube, thank you for spending this evening with us. We wish you, for me, I'm from Bermuda, so I'm going to say today is Boxing Day. Let's not get into that, but it's also still a holiday for us in Bermuda, right? But I'm in Florida, so apparently I can't celebrate that. But anyway, I hope you all had a great Christmas with all of your family, your friends, your loved ones. Let's get prepped for the new year. Let's kick off this upcoming year with a bang, getting ourselves positioned appropriately. Set those goals, not resolutions. Let's set goals, attainable, smart goals, and let's see how far we get in 2024 as we do things the right way, change the trajectory of our families and our households and our income, and benefit our communities at the same time. So again, I am Shay Forston. I love you all. It's been a great night, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday
at 10 a.m. Eastern. Guys, I'm Derek Forston. Thank y'all so much for being here. Like Shay said, you guys could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here, and we'll see you at 10 o'clock a.m. Saturday. And we super hope that we did exactly what our goal is all the time, because I got 2 goals every time I come here, right? The first goal is to give the game away, to give a lot of knowledge and understanding about what it is. Yep. Then goal number 2 is to give you an opportunity to be a part of it. And lucky for you all, that sale is still going on. So hopefully we've done our 2 goals. We gave the info and we gave the opportunity. So take advantage of it, guys. Again, only $197 for 1 virtual assistant until December 31st, until about 11:30 at night. And for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, instead of that being a $15,000 one-on-one coaching, it's only $4,700, guys. And you got about 5 extra days to do that. So again, thank y'all so much. We appreciate it. I'm going to pray you guys out of here. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Amen, amen, and amen. Don't wait to be great, and we'll see you guys next time. You guys be great.
Have a great night. Oh.